In today's clip, I want to show you how I have made this minimalist t-shirt with this sewing machine. Hi guys! In today's clip, I want to show you how I made this minimalist t-shirt with long sleeves just on my Bernina sewing machine. It's a very quick sew. I'm using this very easy to wrinkle natural cotton, and it's a thick jersey. It's not soft like a t-shirt, but I really quite like it and I have lots of it. I made a size L. It's a quick, nice project for the weekend or for Saturday or Sunday or whenever you like to sew. I've been making this over a few days actually. I cut the fabric first and then I also made this embellishment here on the back. Let's just dive right in. Follow me step by step through the process. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you want, and please share this video also with your friends. So guys, first things first, let's iron the fabric and cut our pattern pieces out. Jersey can be super annoying and it's like rolling a little bit. So now this is not just a simple sew, this has decorations, and I'm tracing this beautiful labyrinth Chinese inspired graphic on the back, and I have added a layer of French terry to kind of fluffen it up. And now I'm doing some fun free motion quilting with my Bernina, and I'm also using the embroidery hoop, which makes it super fun and easy because you just move the hoop and you don't have to kind of handle the fabric itself. So I love the effect. The red dots are still a little bit scary. It's from the waxy tracing paper, but normally it washes out. And I've also added this rope around the circle. So now let's start with the real thing. And let's sew the shoulder seams. So let's do our shoulder seams with the Bernina, and I'm going for the overlock stitch, which is number 3. One thing you can do is to stitch an elastic with your overlock seam to keep it more stable so it doesn't stretch out. So now I'm giving it a quick press to get the waviness out, seam allowance towards the back, and now I want to swap to the twin needle, and I'm using the presser foot number 3 for this and a twin needle. And of course a second spool of thread. So depending on your machine, you might have a second little arm there to hold another spool, and then you can just put both threads together through. The underside will create a zigzag pattern. It's really nice, and it comes very close to an industrial flat lock finish. Quick press, and now it's time for the crew neck collar. Let's take the collar piece and connect the ends, the short ends there, with a 0.6 or 0.5 cm, 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. Seam right sides on right sides, and I'm actually just doing a straight stitch. There won't be much pulling and whatnot on this seam, so it doesn't matter. Mark the center front, the seam will be the center back, and then let's pre-fold it, let's pre-shape it. jersey's annoying, it's rolling away all the time, so I'm pressing like crazy, bit of spray starch, and now I'm also doing a stay stitch all the way around. Again, just the simple regular stitch. The stray stitch also overstretches the edge just a little bit, which is great because the collar piece is a little bit smaller than the neckline. So now we have to ease it in. And what you can also do is pre-stretch it a little bit. And then center front, center back, and fill the rest. So you might want to pull it a little bit to match it up, and lots of pins or clips to keep it in place. Here you can also see a little bit the construction of the back decoration. There's still these red dots, but they will hopefully, fingers crossed, wash out. On the back it's a little bit of French terry, and I also stitched some rope here. It's all just very experimental. Anyway guys, now let's stitch that neckline here. So the crew collar, and let's go. So again, number 3, the overlock stitch. You can also use a zigzag for this one, or even the kind of triple stretch stitch. Trim in between because it's not an overlock, so it doesn't cut or clean anything for you. And voila. So I'm gonna swap the needles again, and after a quick press, I will also top stitch it with the twin needle. It is really worth the hassle of swapping needles all the time. The finish is beautiful. And like nobody will know you made it at home. So, quick press again. I really like pressing jersey. You always have to sort of like keep it under control, and yeah. And I really like the decoration, so. Anyway, next step. Almost done, by the way. So, the sleeve. And I'm gonna make long sleeves. And actually, let's start with the cuffs. This is a bit of a shortcut, so we want to pre-fold our cuff and then basically finish it already with the twin needle. Normally we would do that at the end, kind of round, but that's really hard with jersey, so let's do it kind of this way first. And I'm actually marking, so I can't really see the edge, right, from this perspective, so if you give a couple of dots there, you have somewhere to follow. Another option is also another stay stitch, which I'm actually going to be doing for the hem, because that's hard. It's a long kind of seam. But these are short and easy, so I want to do it first. So now that the cuffs have been dealt with, we can just simply match up the sleeves to the armholes, and I mean armholes is just a couple of notches because it's all straight. And if you want and you have some leftovers there, you can snip that off. So from the notch to the notch, and then I usually kind of spread it out and I match the center, so the kind of tip of the sleeve matches up with the shoulder seam, and then just ease it in between if it does need easing. It shouldn't though, it's kind of the same. Lots of pins though, because it's rolling all over the place. So again, number 3 with the presser footer number 2, and that's the overlock stitch. So the side seams. Bring the shirt together with the right sides facing, and now let's match up the side seams. You can match up the sleeves there, and then pin, 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 pin. So this is like a bit of a cheap factory finish, but it's also much easier to do it this way. We're gonna do the hem kind of the normal, more expensive way. So we basically did the cuff before, and now we're just overlocking it all together. So you can reverse. It does get sort of stuck, so sometimes the pictures kind of like wiggle it out. But you get stuck when you reverse. Working with a regular sewing machine is super comfortable with jerseys because the chances of messing up are not as high as with an overlock. So yeah, I don't mind it. It's a little bit slower, but it's okay. So since we don't have the differential feed, we want to push the fabric a little bit towards the needle all the time. Always a good idea to kind of get the seam allowances straight, because jersey rolls. So I want to do the cuff again, just to make it extra secure, and you can also top stitch it with a little straight stitch, top stitch the seam allowance to one of the sides, just to fix the cuff a bit more properly. And they do it at Uniqlo all the time. So it's a bit wavy there, so let's steam that. Lots of steam really makes it all relax itself. And the hem. So I quickly cut up a little ironing helper paper guide, just so I have something to fold the hem with. And I wanted mine to be a bit more out there, so I made it like 4 cm, which is, I never know, 1 inch and 3/4, maybe. So inside out, all the way around like this, fix it with pins, and then this time, because it's a very long seam, basically a very long hem, I want to stay stitch it just like this from the wrong side, basically, with a very big stitch length, because then I can afterwards pull it out. So it's just kind of basting stitch, but it will be a perfect guide on the other side, and then I can follow my basting stitch with my twin needle decorative kind of top stitch finish. Kind of just chasing the basting stitches. So let's have a look, because we are done. I mean, it needs some ironing, but done is done. I'm also wearing the short sleeve version, by the way. Really is such a great essential, like basic, classic, timeless. So here you can also see a little bit the weird stuff that this cotton does. So it's a sort of calico natural cotton jersey, so it's a bit loose, it's a bit stretchy, and it's incredibly comfortable. But by no means can you ever get it flat. It like wrinkles like linen. So yeah, the sleeves are big and wide, so it's very 90s, and that's what I also really wanted, guys. So yeah, there we are. Fit is drapey, comfy, oversized. So yeah, it wasn't difficult at all. It was super easy, and I had so much fun making this minimalist t-shirt with my Bernina sewing machine in favor of the big industrial machine and the overlock in the other room. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment if you want. Please share this video also with your friends. I want to say bye bye and see you next time. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to make your own minimalist t-shirt, you can find the pattern in my Etsy store, Tropical Research. The link is down below in the caption. Happy sewing!